Okay, Coach, so the snow and rain have stayed out of the forecast, but we're in for a cold afternoon at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
We play to win. Let's go.
Set, ready? 15, line up. 15 line.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Protein spill.
Me, I got this. Alert flare, flare.
Pilot, 64, weak. Lead grip.
On first down, O'Donnell. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
General West. Hey, Haywood. Rock it.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Shoot.
Hey. Hit it.
From the gun on third down. O'Donnell firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Recon, 132 fighter. What? Squeeze.
Watch twist.
Check. Hey, Alpha.
Check 37.
Look at me. Zipper.
Throwing on first down. O'Donnell nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Ready.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey, Orbit. Yes.
Go get him.
Leo. You're out.
Watch the safety creep. Check.
Hey, Sam on. Say go.
Back to throw. O'Donnell. Incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense.
36. He's crashing. He's checking crowd.
5.
Throwing on third and long. O'Donnell. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Deshaun Hand has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Line 20.
52's the mic.
Go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
120.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Say kill. Go, 12. Go.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Well, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Matchbox lights. Yep. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, O'Donnell. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
And logo. X3. 218. Chop. Go. Hey, lock it.
He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. Go.
2nd and 6. That one is caught by Hunt. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Go.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Go. Hard. Now.
Check safety.
From the gun, O'Donnell. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Here we go.
Go.
Check three.
On 1st down, O'Donnell. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
We got him. Check 31. Check 43.
Off the play fake. O'Donnell. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now they try the right side here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Go. Mike 50.
Value 3. Value 3. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Mike 50.
On 2nd and 9. Goff. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Watch the eye.
4 now.
Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50.
Hey, 5.
Check the out. Check the out. Check the out. Mike 50. Mike 50. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. That's taken on the 25. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Check, check, check.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play. Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that can spark a big burst right here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Motion, 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 motion. Bumps out the helmet. Here we go, here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say. Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Motion, motion, pop, pop, pop. Mike 50, Mike 50.
14. 14.
Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. No chance. Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50. Here we go.
5.
Just beating the play clock is gone. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Go! 951, 951. That's what I do. Check 99, check 99.
Drop, rocket, rocket.
To throw again. O'Donnell going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Leo!
Operating from the gun. O'Donnell. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Sam off.
From the gun, O'Donnell. Buying time to his left. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go, B.
Hey, lock it.
Hey, let's get there. Jim.
Hey. Hey, foxtrot.
Bang.
Shoot.
Operating from the gun. O'Donnell. That's going to be caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. We don't see too many scoreless halves in football, not in today's day and age, and we're not going to see one here. We finally have points on the board.
Yeah, and it didn't come easy, did it? Because neither of these offenses really gotten out of the starting blocks yet. But that is definitely an important score right there. And who knows? The way their defense is played, that touchdown might even hold up until the end.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Hold on. Check. Hey, shoot.
Yeah. Mike's 50.
A shotgun snap for goal. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Gone. Going up top. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike's 50.
Bravo.
Switch up. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike 50. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Can't use the mic.
A final shot before break here. Gone. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
25, check 25, check 25. Check. Hey, switch.
Now they try the right side here. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? Because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point.
Ready up.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Wide, get wide.
You draw Corkers.
Hey, check Mike 27. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Back. Alert 3.
Alert up.
Throwing again. O'Donnell. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Rush in.
Rock it. Get it.
They're going to try and throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
Shoot. Check.
Hey, Wahoo! Look, squeeze.
Kill.
Leo.
Turn up.
Be careful.
From the gun, O'Donnell going for it all. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. Now the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Shoot.
Hold on. Check.
Again, it's Johnson. That is scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
A big play there for Detroit. 43 yards on the ground. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
On the stop, Breeland speaks. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and knock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Throwing on first down. O'Donnell, and that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Orbit.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Hatchet. Shift. Kill. Watch the safety creep.
To throw again. O'Donnell. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Check.
6-6. Pull it hard. Hey, exit. Now.
Check Mike 27.
Mike 27.
Ready?
Say go.
On 4th down, O'Donnell nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
50. Time to go. Night. Motion. Mike 50.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Check nickel. I got motion. Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
The Lions on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Running from the gun, Johnson. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
To throw on second down. O'Donnell airing one out deep. He's got a man complete. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Second and 5. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Go. 27, check Mike, 27. You can't block me. You can't block me. Check.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Check 43. Switch. Check 15, check 15.
Throwing on third and long. O'Donnell looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Hey, man. Watch.
Look at me. Go.
You got tight right there. Shift. Watch the ass.
Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Protein spill. Hey, Charlie. Hey.
Hey, check
Hey, Delta.
Check Mike, 27. Defense wins championships, baby. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check the backer.
Bam.
Check.
Hey, Foxtrot. Get it.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now You're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. The end result, 21 yards. Now gone. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Goff now to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go, 50, Mike 50.
Here's Goff. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Check.
Rock it.
Check. Fresno.
Operating from the gun. O'Donnell. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. In for the score. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.